Okay, besties, part two. I was so into channeling that message, I didn't even realize the timer ran out. So that is, again, another sync for your energy. You're not even focused on what this person is. You don't care that the timer ran out on them. You don't care that they missed their last chance to get on your timeline because someone else is actually showing up and giving you the energy that they want. Like, you are not so hung up on your blessings coming in a certain form. Okay, I'm speaking to a collective who has really released that expectations that your answered prayers have to or can only be answered by one person. You realize that, like, it's better to have someone who actually shows up and is giving you what you want than like waiting on this one person who clearly has decided of their own free will that they're simply not going to get it together. Okay, so I'm getting that you are moving forward. You're happy that this cycle is ending and that you agree that anything this person could give to you at this point just simply wouldn't measure up. It would not meet your meet your standards. And I just saw a bird that was really weird. It looked like it fell out of the sky. Like, it just kind of was flying and it just like flopped and fell down. So this person's doing like a free fall. Okay, since they missed this last stop, it's almost like they have to decide what to do now. Actually, let's see what they're gonna do now. Holy shit. Okay, like, I just dropped all my cards. So I'm getting that this person, okay, if they are in a partnership with someone else, I'm getting the Queen of Wands, so this is like counterpart energy for them. They have a whole new perspective on them, okay? They've got the Ten of Wands and the Hanged Man. So I'm almost getting this energy of like they're having all these emotions about you, because I've got the Four of Cups and the RX, and it kind of came out like crossing kind of on its side over the Page of Swords. Like, this person is really battling with wanting to say something to you about this, but there's this like energy of somebody else in the background that like, they're like, oh, I really want to, I want to say something to this person. I want to do something. I want to like say something, but I can't because there's this other person and there will be consequences over there. And I'm also getting the message that like whatever emotions they're feeling about this, they're trying to hide it from this other person, and it's getting damn near impossible is the phrase that I'm hearing. Like, it's really hard for them to keep it together and act like something is not completely freaking bothering them, because this person is really going Nine of Wands over the situation, bestie. Okay, like, their mental energy is very scattered, I'm hearing. And since they don't really show up in a grounded energy anyway, if they're like this King of Wands figure, if all they really have is like to be led by their passions, you know, if their mind's a mess, they're not even going to be able to access that part of themselves. And that's why their sacral chakra is blocked. Okay, they can't really even access that energy. I'm also getting the message from this that for some of them, they might be having a hard time performing in that area, if you know what I mean. Okay. I'm getting that their performance could be low across the board. I've got the Ace of Swords and the Death. So this is someone whose mind is really a mess right here. Okay. And I'm getting that the place where this is mostly taking a hit is in their stability. I've got the King of Pentacles and the Magician. So whatever stability, you know, whatever routine, whatever this person did to regulate their emotions, okay, I've got the Page of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. Whatever they did to keep emotionally balanced is no longer working, okay? They are totally like that bird that I just saw. They're in a free fall energy, and it's because they are totally out of balance. I'm getting that kind of like at the last juncture point that they missed, they didn't have to completely fall through the cracks and fall all the way down to the rung of the ladders back to the beginning. But like, that's kind of what happened because they're just so out of control. Like, I'm almost seeing someone like falling backwards and like grasping, and like they can't like catch anything. Like, they're so off balance because of this situation. What a freaking mess. Okay. Like, they have no one to blame but themselves, and they're this crazy about it. Like, oh my God. Bestie, I'm getting that you really don't care, okay? Like, you have some awareness of all this going on, or maybe this reading is your awareness that all this is going on, and you're just still moving forward. You're just like, I don't even know what to say about that. Like, you can only lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink. Like, I led this horse to water 18 times, and they refused to drink. So like, what else can I do but just assume that like this horse must not be that thirsty? Okay. Like, if you really wanted this water, like, it was right there in front of you the whole time, and you simply didn't drink out of it. You kept pushing it away. So maybe you're just not that thirsty. I don't know what to tell you, but bestie, this person, they're having a new perspective on that for now. Okay. I'm getting that this person, they're kind of looking over all their options. You know, I think that they're having some level of rumination has led them to realize, or led them to at least look at the reason that they missed this shot. You know, even though they had like a million shots, they were thinking they had like one shot. The reason that they missed this shot is because they were just like keeping all these other doors open. It's almost like the strength of what they were feeling for you, you know, these feelings that originated below the waist, was so strong that it just caused them to never move, and it caused them to try to self-regulate those emotions by just like putting their energy into literally anything else. Like anything else that they could possibly put that energy, that passion, their emotions towards, that's what they were doing, because they were just trying to outrun you, basically, is the phrase that I'm hearing. And I just saw a very interesting sync on my clock there, the birthday of someone that I used to know who's probably in this exact energy. So from this place, they're pretty much in their head. They're trying to find balance. They're also trying to kind of, I don't like this energy. I really don't like this person's energy at all, to be honest with you. I'm getting that they're just incredibly emotionally immature and emotionally irresponsible is the energy that I'm really picking up on. Because from this place, they're in this heartbreak energy. I got the Three of Swords, the Devil, the Three of Cups, and the Queen of Cups. So what they're trying to do now is they're trying to find somebody else to regulate their emotions for them, okay? I'm seeing another figure on the board, another feminine. So this person is likely jumping to this Queen of Cups figure. I don't know, this could be a mother, this could be a friend, this could be another woman they have on the side. I don't know what the heck they've got going on, but they are, yeah, I've got the Lover. So this is like some kind of like other romantic situation that they are trying to jump to try to make this person responsible for their feelings, okay? This is like transferring their attachment is the phrase that I'm hearing. So again, this person, even from this place where all this stuff is going wrong, you know, their passions have led them so astray, they're still not choosing the right course. And I think that this is clarity for you, bestie, to know that like you didn't do anything wrong here. You shouldn't have waited at the gate. You should have moved forward exactly as you have. Like, be happy with this new person who's giving you the energy you want, because this person is just like, I don't know what the heck's wrong with them. What is wrong with them, Spirit? Like, why are they like this? I just keep hearing the phrase irresponsible. Like they don't want to be responsible for their own energy. Any emotions that they feel, anything that they feel, they want to put it on someone else. They want to like transfer their energy to someone else instead of like learning how to hold it. Okay, I'm getting that this person has a pretty strong scarcity mindset. They get really locked down into comparison with others. Like they feel so bad about themselves, like their own self-esteem is so low that they just live in this constant state of scarcity. So they constantly think they don't have what it takes. So when they feel strongly about something, regardless of where that, you know, strength originates from, they just immediately start kind of tearing themselves down, and they think they don't have what it takes. And then to cope with that shame that they feel over that very unhealthy coping mechanism, they just look for somebody else to validate that they're not as worthless as they feel they are. That's pretty dark, bestie. That's not, oh. I've got the schizophrenia card and the wake up card in the reverse. So I'm getting that this person might be experiencing a lot of the processing of this connection in dreams, okay? Ooh, I've got the collapse and the simple and plenitude. So again, Spirit is trying to work with this person, okay? I'm getting that they have a really strong ego response, and that's, you know, a lot of the reason here. Their ego has like a lot of unworthiness wounds in there. So Spirit is trying to reach this person in their dream state, in their unconscious. This person could be abusing substances is another message that I'm getting, and Spirit is kind of using that opening in their aura to get some of this information across to them, because they're just so resistant to it. Like their ego really has no other way to allow this, this healing to take place, because they're just so dang resistant to it, because they like refuse to, you know, this person doesn't have any self-love. I'm seeing their self-love is incredibly lacking. And so what they do to cope with that is they look for these outward mirrors, okay? I've got the stranger here. So this person feels like a stranger to themselves, and so they try to look for connection in strangers by finding common ground, but it's just kind of like, it's kind of shallow. The common ground that they find is pretty shallow with these other people. Well, bestie, that was kind of a bad way to end the reading. I'm actually going to go to a part 3 and see if we can get a little bit more on that. Maybe we can see what you're going to get up to, round this out a different way, because I don't like leaving it like that. See you in part 3.